Okay, so for what it's worth, this is my Fallout 76 review. I'm playing it since the day it came out. Now I haven't put the hours in that some people have, but I've got a life. So to be fair, I like it. You know, I think it's a really good game. It is what I would call a foundation for more to come. You know, they have said that. They have said that there's going to be a lot more content added, and as everyone knows, there is bugs and there is work to be done. But working on what we've got so far, I like it. I like the weapons. I like the melee weapons as well. I get on really well with those. I haven't really seen massive amount of glitches. I did have a problem for a while with being kicked off the server, shot and disconnection. But other than that, not really. Obviously, again, frame rate and whatnot. You know, we all know about all these problems. There's all these videos all over YouTube slating the game. But if, like me, you are an avid Fallout fan, then okay, we haven't got the NPCs, and there is elements of the game which we all wish were there, but they're not, and they're not now, and who knows if they will be. But on the gameplay itself, I do like the fact that there's other players around. I do like the fact that you can join up and, you know, work together. I've seen videos on, you know, everyone on the server teaming up to you know, do tasks. I think it's quite good. I think it's fairly well thought out. All the things there that I like. You've got all the crafting and lots of modifications. The camp, I like the camp. That's cool. You know, replacing your camp. One of the problems I have had is if I build my camp a bit big and I try to replace it, there isn't loads of places I can replace it because I think all these things will work out in the patches. You know, there's been a patch released the other day. I haven't really noticed a big difference on it because, as I say, I haven't had massive problems anyway. So I don't know what other people's problems are. I haven't had big problems with glitches and whatnot. So yeah, I think the game's actually a pretty good game. I think it has got a future. I do think they will need to add content relatively quickly though, in order to keep people keen. Because there is a danger that people move away from the game and then that's it, don't put it on again, and there are other games coming. So, you know, there is that. But generally, I mean, I've been playing this game walking all over the place, and I've done up and down the centre of the map. I haven't been all the way to the right yet of the map. You know, there's a lot to see and a lot to discover. You know, I like going out hunting deers and animals for the food and whatnot. So, you know, I could spend 2-3 hours just hunting, or I can again another couple of hours build my camp close to a town and just scavenge the town for junk and just, you know, build it up. And now they've obviously upped the storage level in the camp. You know, that helps massively. I mean, I think they doubled. So that, you know, that was frustrating me a little bit, but they've fixed that. And I chose not to do this review until after the patch because little things like that did niggle me a bit. It wasn't the end of the world. I just had to get rid of the stuff that I wasn't using, which I don't find. Finding stuff is not that hard. Finding what I need is not that hard. So what I store needs to be the important stuff, things like aluminium. That's one of the things that I'm always out of. Screws, I'm always out of. So again, you know, I spend that time when I'm hunting down junk in small towns, and I make sure I collect all that and don't keep the crap that I don't need. So overall, I think the game's pretty good. I gotta say, I love it. It's my sort of game. I'm not going to sit here and say it's perfect because it's not. I mean, I'm going to sit here and say it's perfect, not just for the sake of this video that I want to post. But I think a lot of people will agree that it is still pretty good. There always seems to be lots of missions, always seems to be lots to do. I get sidetracked, I end up disappearing off and doing this and doing that when if I just stuck to the missions, I'd be busy all the time. As you can see to the right hand side of the map there, I haven't really discovered much there. There's a whole other area I've ventured in slightly, but I was too low level at the time. So yeah, I would say that provided they've got more content to come, and you know, they take on board what people are saying and what people have said, and even myself, again, saying it's not perfect and there are things that need to be looked at, and content definitely needs to be added. I think if they do that, I think the game will continue on. You know, it could be a really good foundation for a long-lasting Fallout game, and I think that the people like myself who are serious Fallout fans, you know, who love a lot about it, the grittiness, you know, I mean, I've got Fallout posters in my hallway in my house, you know, framed Fallout pictures, because yeah, I really love the game. I'm definitely a fanboy, and yeah, this game could be around for a long time to come. Kind of like an old book, you pull it out, and you know, have a play. I still play Fallout 4, in fairness. Now, with the mods kept Fallout 4 going for me, so I, you know, enjoyed that. And again, with the updates on this, provided they stay on it and publicity isn't that bad that they decide to give up, which I don't think they will. Surely there's too much invested in it, and it would be a shame because it's got a lot to offer. So yeah, I mean, I can't moan about it. I don't know what you lot think. You know, come back, let me know, comment underneath, and you know, let the real fans come out and have a chat instead of the people that are just trying to get likes on their YouTube channel, because I think that's what a lot of this is about. You know, so what? It used to be a single player, now it's a multiplayer. I would say I'd like to see the amount of players on the server opt. I think it'd be nicer to see more people. But then again, I suppose, you know, you do that, then you lose that element, because I can be going through this game and I can feel quite lonely, like I'm on my own. And I suppose that you know, that's part and parcel. It's post-apocalyptic. There is not much left. Again, like I said earlier, do like NPCs. For me, it's a little bit of a shame there isn't more. I've got some interaction, but I haven't been all the way through the game, and who's to say what's going to come? So yeah, overall, I'm going to continue to play it. I think quite a few other people are going to continue to play it. Most of my friends in my friends list on Xbox, I'm playing on Xbox by the way, they're playing it continuously, day in, day out, they're on. So, yeah, you got a lot of people moaning, but they still seem to be playing it. So yeah, it's good. I've got to say, I do love it. I do think the game's great. It's my game of choice at the moment. I'm not really into the other games, Call of Duty and whatnot anymore. I'm a little bit older now, can't be arsed with all that. I like a good adventure. I like to explore. I like to pick locks and look in boxes and get into those doors I can't get into. If you know what's behind it, what am I going to find? And there's an element of excitement. And I think with obviously the being able to get new content regularly, which is what I think they're going to do, then you know it just adds to the excitement what they're going to bring next. As I say, really, it's a base. This game for me definitely looks like a good foundation for something that can grow much larger. I mean, don't get me wrong, before you start, I'm not putting this into the same category. Think about World of Warcraft when it started. It was one thing. Now look at it. It's huge. Massive. I stopped playing it a long time ago. But it's huge. They've built upon it and built upon it and built upon it. And I think they can do the same with this. There is definitely room to just build upon the game that they've got. They've created a good foundation, a good base. And overall, I think the game's great. You know, you're always going to get haters. You're always going to get like chasers. And, you know, for me personally, I'm going to stick with it. I want to see what they've got to come. And as a loyal fan, I'm not just doing it because I'm a loyal fan, but as a loyal fan, that's what I'm going to do. So, hope you guys like the video, like and subscribe. There's going to be more with this game and others. And yeah, we'll work through it and see how it goes.